Ever found yourself doing something you didn't want to just because your friends were doing it? That, my friends, is the power of peer pressure. Peer pressure is a potent social force that can influence our actions and decisions, often without us even realizing it. It's like a silent puppeteer pulling our strings and leading us down paths we might not have chosen on our own. But here's the thing, it's not always about following the crowd. Sometimes it's about standing up for what's right, even when it's unpopular. Peer pressure can lead us to engage in risky behavior, to abandon our personal values, or to act in ways that we wouldn't normally consider. It's a force that can push us into the shadows of conformity, making us forget who we are and what we truly believe in. It's clear that peer pressure can drive us to make choices we might not make on our own, but what happens when we resist? Consider the story of John, a teenager who found himself in a challenging situation. John was an average teen, caught in the whirlwind of adolescence, navigating the stormy seas of peer pressure. His friends, well-meaning though they were, began to sway him towards activities that didn't sit well with his conscience. He was torn. On one hand, he didn't want to lose his friends, but on the other, he knew he was being pushed into a corner that didn't feel right. It was a struggle, a tug-of-war between the desire to fit in and the need to remain true to himself. Then came the turning point. John decided he wasn't going to let the crowd dictate his choices. He stood his ground, faced the potential backlash with courage, and chose to follow his own path. John's story is a testament to the strength that comes from making wise choices, even when they're not the popular ones. John's story isn't unique. Many of us face similar pressures every day. The world we live in is a kaleidoscope of choices, each one leading us towards a different path. And often it's our peers who hold the compass. But remember this, the compass is in your hand. You have the power to resist, to say no, to choose a different path. It's not always easy, we know. But it's essential to remember that your choices are your own. No one else can make them for you. If you're unsure, seek advice from those you trust, like a parent, a teacher, or a friend who has your best interests at heart. Surround yourself with people who support your values and respect your decisions. And here's the thing about wise choices, they're like seeds. Plant them today, and they'll grow into the strong, beautiful tree that is your future. Remember, the choices you make today will shape the person you become tomorrow. Choose wisely, even when it's tough.